Part 3 of this module will focus on the research titled Global Warming 6 Americas. We'll briefly review this research and how it defines variable views on global warming, and interestingly, the action taken across these 6 Americas related to energy efficiency. The 6 Americas research, which was led by the Center for Climate Change Communications, basically defines 6 sets of belief patterns related to global warming. On one end, we have alarmed individuals that have the highest belief in global warming and are the most concerned and most motivated, and at the other end of the scale, on the right, those who have the least belief in global warming and least concerned and least motivated. Let's take a look at the 6 categories that they came up with a little bit more closely. People who are alarmed about global warming made up 18% of the U.S. adult population and are the most engaged. They're very convinced that global warming is actually happening, and they're already making steps in their own lives to accommodate this. Concerned individuals made up 33% of the population. These are folks who are convinced that global warming is a serious problem, and they've signaled their intention to do at least engage in some consumer action related to that, but they've taken fewer actions than the alarmed people. The cautious group made up 19% of the population. They believe that global warming is a problem, but they do not view it as a personal threat, and they do not feel a sense of urgency to deal with it. Disengaged individuals made up 12% of the population. They do not know or have not thought about the issue very much. They do say that they could easily change their minds about global warming. Doubtful individuals made up 11% of the population and are evenly split among those who think global warming is happening and those who don't, and those who don't know. Many believe that global warming is happening due to natural changes in the environment, and they also believe it won't harm people for many decades, if at all, and they say that America is already doing enough to respond to the threat. Dismissives made up 7% of the population. Likely alarmed, they are actively engaged in the issue, but on the opposite end of the spectrum. They believe that global warming is not happening, it's not a threat to either people or nature, and they're opposed to taking any steps towards a national response. It's worth noting that more recent research has found the percentages of these beliefs changing, but the categories still hold. Does this mean that we should only be offering home energy assessments to those who believe in climate change? Of course not. Interestingly, in a research project in which people of each of the 6 America belief groups were asked what efficiency improvements they had done from this list in their homes, everyone had actually done something. In fact, the average response was over 2.5 actions taken. So everyone has done something, but in many cases, the actions or the what was the same, but the reasons or the why was different.